Let me introduce you to the control panel. One of the first and most important things is turning the unit on and off. So I hit this on-off key right here. Now note, your screen will go completely blank, the lights will turn on, and then your work menu will pop up into the window. Now, as you can see here, I have 6 keys on both sides of the work menu. All right? The very first one will take you, it'll tell your hot air and the time and then some other menu items. Then the second one is the most important one for right now because that has all our applications on it, okay? If I turn or I push the key to the right, the menu turns to the right and gives me different applications. If I hit the key here to the left, it gives me, for example, proofing. I have retherm, whether I'm doing individual or banquet meals, steaming, and in the steam mode we have multiple temperatures that we can work with, and we'll review that with you. Under the Combi Optima, this measures and controls the humidity, and we'll review that in detail. That's a great feature. It's self-controlling. And then we also have the hot air mode, which allows us to bake and dry heat, all right? It has a self-cleaning combi wash, a cool down mode, and a preheating mode so that you can preheat things, which is very important in this appliance before you start cooking, all right? Now, in order to set the temperature, we just set the temperature, set the time, and let me show you how to navigate that. Right now, the small orange, smaller one is the temperature set. If I want to change that, I can move this down to say 300 degrees, and if I hold it, it goes a little faster, okay? And if I hit it to the right, it'll bring the temperature back up. Left goes down, right goes up. So I'll bring it right up to 300 degrees, as that's what I want to set it at for this moment. Okay, there's 300 degrees. Now the time, it says 20 minutes. If I hit it to the left, I can bring it down to 15, or if I hold it, it'll accelerate. If I hold it all the way to the left, and you get this symbol is the sign for continuous cooking. So I can set it at 300 degrees and just continually run any way that I want. Or if I want to set some time, I could even set it for 1 minute, okay? Now as I come down, you can see I have fan speed here, and what's really nice about this appliance is it has 9 settings. I can do from 100 all the way down to 20%. Really awesome. So if you're holding food, you want gentle fan speed for something like meringue, that's what you want to do. And then I have an open or closed exhaust vent. In this case, I'm going to keep it closed for right now. All right? So, there's an OK button up here in the right corner. You always want to confirm what your selection is. So I'm in the hot air mode. I want to have 300 degrees, and I'm cooking, in this particular case, for 1 minute. And down here to the right, this button is your start-stop button. Hit it once, and away it goes. Its temperature's at 300 degrees, it's counting down. Once it gets below 1 minute, it'll start counting down in seconds. And the other thing that I want to bring out to your attention is this little steam button here. If I push this in, as long as I'm holding it, it's injecting steam and moisture into the cavity. So you can see for cooking manually, all you have to do is select what mode you want, hot air, combi, or proofing, retherm, select the temperature, select your time, you can select your fan speed, and you can have the vent open or close. That's all you have to do, and then push start. Or you can just let it run continuously. Pretty easy to navigate.
And now we're going to talk about programming your control. This control has 200 recipes that with 9 stages in each that can get separated into 15 file categories. But don't worry, it sounds a lot scarier than it is, and I'll show you how to do it right now. So first thing we're going to do is select the settings key. We're going to edit recipe. And now I would like to select a category out of the 15 categories. For us, we're going to do a proof and bake, so I'm going to put it under bread. And then you select new recipe. I want to change the text. First of all, we need to erase what's there. And we're going to do some French bread, so we're going to scroll to the F. And now I don't see the R in this line of sight right here, so I actually can quick jump by using either of these keys, right or left, depending on where my letter would be. And it just gets me there a little bit faster. There's my R. And now I need a space, which would be right here. And there we go. We have French bread. So you hit OK to confirm. And now I have a new recipe named French bread. So now we need to actually write the recipe. So you hit change step. And now on any new recipe, it's going to come in with automatically 3 stages. One being preheat, an alarm, and then it will say hot air. Now, for this instance, and for the majority of time, you will want to keep preheat and the alarm, and then you'll just change your times and temperatures for preheat. And for this instance, I would like to do 130 degrees. So I'm working, if you can see this yellow box, everything I'm doing is within this box because this is symbolizing stage 1. So I'm going to go to 130 degrees. Oop, a little quick. For 10 minutes. And then you just simply go to the next stage. Now the alarm is going to tell me that my preheat is finished and I'm now ready to load to my oven to the next step. And now stage 3, it's set right now for hot air, but I would like to actually change that mode. So I arrow down, change, I want to go to proof because we're going to do a proof and bake. There you go. And now I say okay, there we go. And I would like to proof at 105 degrees for 40 minutes is fine. And now I would actually like to add in another stage. This program is 6 stages, not 3. So we need to add in another stage. So we are going to add in preheat again. Okay. Back up. Now we have a preheat up here. We are going to preheat to 400 degrees for 1 minute. And now we've written a six stage recipe. So we bring it over here and now we save it. And now we just back right out. That recipe will be in there. And we bring it to this screen. And then we hit the menu key. And now we select our bread. And now we just simply look for our French bread, which is right there. Select it and hit start. So this control also has the capability of Autostart. Autostart is when you can pre-program or program in the oven to turn on at any given time, any given day, with any given recipe. You can do it for a single instance or for a daily reoccurrence, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So now we will hit the settings, timer start. Now for here we're going to do a single instance. You would just hit starting time. You would choose the date and you would use these arrow keys up or down. And then you'd scroll over to choose your time. Again, hour, minutes, up or down. And then you would just hit OK. Choose your recipe. There we go. And now you would make sure that you turn it on. And then you would just hit OK. And scroll back, and then you would see this little icon right here, and that says the auto start is active. And now if I wanted to actually do the daily, I would hit daily start, and it brings up every day of the week. I can choose to have it not active on Monday, or I can choose a specific time for it to start, and then I would choose, and then you can change, either have it not, let's say you're closed on Tuesday, so you don't want it to start on Tuesday, so you can leave Tuesday blank. Then you can change the time on Wednesday, and you can do it individually based on the day and the schedule that you have. And then when you have them all set, you just hit OK. Again, you could change your recipe. And then make sure that the timer says that it's active. Hit OK again. and you're off and running. There's the little icon again, so you have auto start. So at the end of the day, you would just power the oven off, and then when you come back in the next morning, the oven will be on and running for you. The BCP comes standard with a USB connection. That USB connection enables you to upload and download recipes in HACCP right to a stick. You can actually write the recipe once, download it to the USB, and go from oven to oven to oven. So all of your ovens have the same programming with the ease of you only having to write it once. It also enables the service agent to come in and do software upgrades right through the USB. The USB connection is located in the bottom right-hand corner of the oven. So first, you actually just remove this cover and simply insert the USB. So to access the USB, you would actually hit the Tools key, and then you would go under Service and USB key. Now, if your USB key was not already inserted, this would actually be grayed out. But because ours is already inserted into the connection, it's there. So here we can actually get recipes from the USB if we're going from a different oven to this oven. So you can upload from the USB or send recipes from the control to the USB. We're going to send the recipes. You just hit the button. You choose which oven. You accept or deny or regret. We're going to accept, and then you have the hourglass. And it's as easy as that. The BCP comes standard with HACCP. HACCP is a standardized method of recording food and oven status. It's very commonly used for food safety. This oven holds up to 1,000 HACCP log files. They are all downloadable to USB, or as they get older and reach that 1,000 files, they will automatically overwrite one another.